Hi friends, a very good article. I've already presented a video in this regard, wherein I said in my video last time that it is really difficult for women as doctors to juggle life, handling both professional, personal, and social life. And even today's article also is in the same direction. Let me tell you what the article want to say. Study shows female physicians more prone to depression as they juggle home and work. This is an article by Dhruv Khullar in Times of India dated 10th of December 2017. It says, it's no secret that medical training is grueling, long hours, little sleep, rigid hierarchies, steep learning curves. But is it worse for women than men? This is something really we need to discuss. However, my personal experience says over the last few decades, things have changed a lot in medical fraternity as well. Though public continues to say doctors as God, but doctors over the time have realized out of so many chaotic things happening in our social life, professional life, where doctors are bitten black and blue sometimes. So the medical fraternity clearly admits that we are not God and we are professionals, so that we can talk of reality and let the attendants and the family of the patients come to reality of life and not live in false hopes. So doctors are also now conscious with respect to their salaries, their take home, their personal life, their social life, how many hours they put in. No doubt, sleep time is disturbed, and even now, as of 2017, doctors have to put in long hours. But medical fraternity is becoming conscious in this regard, as doctors have realized that they too have a social life. So let me continue with the article. A new study in JAMA Internal Medicine suggests, yes, it analyzed the mental health of more than 3,100 newly minted doctors at 44 hospitals across US before starting residency. Men and women had similar level of depressive symptoms. After 6 months on the job, both genders experienced a sharp rise in depression scores, but the effect was much more pronounced for women. A major reason, work family conflict, which accounted for more than a third of the disparity. Now, as is seen in many organizations, I'll tell you, women always prefer to have a half day job like teaching. That's the reason, because for a lady, especially in India, family life is equally important. She's important person as a wife, but then the society demands from a woman to be a good mother as well. So most of the girls land up in teaching profession, and even those who come to medicine, they prefer taking fields like microbiology, pathology, skin, which have do not have emergencies. So a lady doctor do not have to come in the night, and the professional life is also cool in these departments. Despite large increases in the number of women in medicine, female physicians continue to shoulder the bulk of household and childcare duties. This unequal distribution of domestic labor is not unique to medicine, but its manifestations are particularly acute in a physically and emotionally demanding profession with a lengthy training process that allows few, if any, breaks. Now, medical profession is really demanding, both physically and emotionally, no doubt about it. Now that we are talking about lengthy training process, as we know in India, the roadmap for a doctor is after 12th MBBS, which is a graduate course, mostly of 5.5 hours, 5.5 years, sorry. After 5.5 years as MBBS, then again you need to compete, give entrance exam to enter PG, which is MD or MS. MD for medicine, MS for surgery lines. Then after having completed post graduation, again you have to compete and give an entrance exam. Then you become DM if you take a medical kind of field like gastroenterology, or you get MCH if you want to pursue urology, neurosurgery, and so on. So MBBS, graduation, MDMS, post graduation, super specialty, MDM, MCH like urology, gastroenterology, gastrosurgery. 5.5, 3. If somebody is genius and gets through all this without any break, so 5.5 plus 3 plus 3, this is equivalent to 11.5. So after 12th, non-stop, you need another 11.5 years. So by the time a person completes his DM, MCH, become a super specialist, this doctor is almost 32, 33 years old. Minimum. Sometimes DM, MCH doctors can be found up till the age of 40s also, because at times there are breaks. Now my point is, I'm not here saying that the training period should be reduced, but then the article is about the woman. The woman lifestyle, the girls need to get married at around 26, 28 maximum in India, because if a girl is 30 or more than 30, it becomes really difficult to find a good match. So the girls need to get married between 24, 25 to 26, 28. So most of the girls, when they finish MBBS, they are almost of this age, and if they think of pursuing PG, then their personal life suffers. There is no doubt about it. The structure of medical training has changed little since the 1960s, when almost all residents were men with few household duties. Support for those trying to balance home and work life hasn't kept pace with changing demographics, nor has the division of domestic labor shifted to reflect the rise of women in the medical workforce. Female physicians are more likely to cut back professionally to, to accommodate household responsibilities. Among young academic physicians with children, women spend 9 hours per week on domestic activities than men, and are more likely to take time off when a child is sick or a school is closed. These work family conflicts are crystallized by the intensity of medical training, but gender bias within the hospitals, both subtle and overt, from patients and colleagues, may be just as pernicious. A recent study explored how physician speakers were introduced at formal academic lectures. Female introducers almost always refer to the speaker as doctor, regardless of his or her gender. Male introducers use the formal title only two-thirds of the time, and very much more likely to use doctor for men than women. They used a woman's professional titles less than half the time. These biases can be also bleed into the way we do business. A new working paper at Harvard finds that physicians are much likely to refer patients to a female surgeon after a patient's death, but barely change their referrals to a male surgeon. Bad experience with one female surgeon also makes physicians less likely to establish a referral relationship with other female surgeons. There was no similar effect for men. Now, there are a lot of internal intricacies when doctors are working with a lot of gender bias happening. Things are not easy. In India, if you go to matchmaking, matrimonial, and all that, still the old kind of things and values still prevail. Things are moving gradually in the right direction, but still, ladies prefer teaching job. There is no doubt about it. Still, you will see many fathers, parents want their girl child to be a good teacher or a professor because they want their daughter to get comfort, to lead a sound, healthy life, happy life, which is holistic. Because a profession not only makes a woman is looked upon like a wife, daughter in law, mother in a holistic way. Medical career nowadays, with a lot of bickering going on in the society, competitive politics, wherein the political parties want to garner votes. As we have seen in Delhi, private healthcare is being questioned. And medical life is becoming tough day by day. There is no second thought. The public openly abuse the doctors and sometimes get physical. Even men doctors feel so insecure working, forget the female doctors. So, in nutshell, with so many, now the medical career is very demanding. In time to come, ladies will find even things very difficult handling a medical career. Right now, also, male doctors are equally frustrated. Forget the ladies. Whether you're a doctor, engineer, chartered accountant, or a businessman, or a trader, life is not only about career and money. Happiness comes from so many things. When you spend time with your children, with your family, you see the world. Life is not only career, not only profession. So, now that since the article is about ladies, the girls should think twice, not only twice, thrice, four times before entering into a medical profession. View it in a different angle. You should be happy.